So hey everybody, this is the Pride of Pittsburgh, Swede Savard, and now I'm going to let you all take a look at my action figure collection, because I'm a big nerd. Now these are some of my favorite action figures. As you can see, there's the early days of Stone Cold Steve Austin, Federation Champion Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, Vader, Psycho Sid, British Bulldog, and Bret Hart. Now what's cool about these action figures is they're some of the earliest to come with the bone crunching action series. As you can see here, I still have their original box. So they're some of the earliest WWF action figures you'll find. I got them on the internet. Now moving along, you have one of my favorites as a kid, Flash Funk, better known as Too Cold Scorpio from ECW. And this took me a while to collect, but this is actually the original Nation of Domination. As you can see here, you got Farouk, better known as Ron Simmons, D'Lo Brown, Kama Mustafa, Mark Henry, and here you can see Intercontinental Champion, Classic Intercontinental Champion, Rocky Maivia. And over there you can see Kane and Paul Bearer. Kane was actually one of my first action figures, just as a footnote. And moving along here, you got the original D-Generation X, X-Pac, Sean Waltman, the Classic Federation Tag Team Champions, Billy Gunn and Road Dogg, the New Age Outlaws. Here you could see Hunter Hearst Helmsley. And over there, there's Mankind and Owen Hart. So that pretty much concludes my bone-crunching series. Now here we are in the entranceway of my apartment. I could show you a couple more of the figurines I have on display here. This is the Microaggression playset. They're really, really small action figures. They're about, maybe 3 inches tall. Here you can see Hulk Hogan. And what I got set up here is a little Survivor Series elimination tag match, since the pay-per-view was yesterday. As you can see, it's hard to see, but you got Undertaker over there, HBK, Triple H, John Cena in the middle of the ring. And there's some ECW guys, Chris Benoit, Tommy Dreamer, there's Rey Mysterio, there's Rob Van Dam up there about to do his 5-star off the entrance stage. You can see I got a couple of weapons. I got a 10-foot ladder, table, announce table, staircase. Yeah, I guess I got pretty much the whole set. And I have some more Microaggressions, which I'll show you guys after. And to the left is actually the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, Michelangelo, Master Splinter. There's the Shredder and some foot guys. So yeah, I'm a big Turtle fan too. And under that, you can actually see here some of my Pittsburgh Penguin collectible action figures. There's my idol, Mario Lemieux. He's got the Stanley Cup there from his cup win in could be 91 or 92. There's a Pittsburgh Penguin teddy bear that my wife bought for me. There's Stanley Cup Champions 2009 puck that I got. Mario Lemieux bobblehead. My mom gave me that. Here's Sid the Kid, a pretty good hockey player. Marc-Andre Fleury, sporting a Stanley Cup of his own. That's just a picture of me and my wife. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the action figures on display. And underneath is my huge WWE DVD collection. So there's some Super Nintendo games. So up next is my collection of Ruthless Aggression era action figures. They're a little bit more articulate than the bone-crunching action figures. Here's a Backlash 2006 version of the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. There you see Randy Orton. There's Dave Batista, one of my favorites actually, sporting the classic WCW World Heavyweight Championship that came with, I think it was Sting and Hollywood Hogan from many, many years ago. The champ is here, John Cena. I know you're all probably booing at home. This is one of my least favorite collections here, the Spirit Squad. I don't know why I got these guys, but yeah, I got them all. Kenny, Mitch, Johnny, Nicky, and Mikey. And I still remember when these guys were all tag team champions of Monday Night Raw. But at least the good news is that I got Dolph Ziggler. Here he is with his little pom-poms, so that's pretty cool. Moving along here, you got the Game, Triple H, with the World Heavyweight Championship, which he held many times throughout the years. His best friend, Nature Boy Ric Flair, with his nice robe. There's Intercontinental Champion Randy Orton. Here's classic John Cena. He's actually got his classic throwback jersey on, spinning United States championship belt and the chain gang stuff going on there. Here's a classic action figure, Big Daddy Cool Diesel. And a couple of DX versions of Shawn Michaels. In case you haven't already guessed, Shawn is my favorite wrestler of all time, so there will be no shortage of HBK action figures. I have a few more from these series, but they're actually on display in my living room, so I'll get to that right away. So yeah, like I said, I'm a pretty big nerd, and every time my friends come over, I have a little setup going on here. It's right on top of my TV, and I change this around quite often. Like I said, every time my friends come over, and right now what I got going on is a Money in the Bank ladder match. So there you could see Matt Hardy hanging on for his dear life off of a chain that I got going all the way up to the ceiling. That Money in the Bank briefcase I made. It's just a little piece of cardboard there. And here you have an Edge about to spear the hell out of him off of a 7-inch ladder on a whole bunch of steel chairs. Over there you see Sin Cara. I always put him in a precarious position because, I mean, it is Botch Cara after all. Here's another one of my favorites, Captain Charisma Christian, about to give the unprettier to Carlito, right on that trash can lid. Speaking of trash cans, there's Sabu, seems to have a trash can stuck on his head. I always get a good couple of laughs out of my friends when they come and see this. Here you have one of my announce tables, a couple of random figurines. I think that's He-Man and one of the wrestlers from the Ultimate Muscle series. So those announce tables are always fun to smash up. There you see Shelton Benjamin put through one of the tables, and here's another nicely painted action figure, Rob Van Dam. I just love the design that's on his gear. And he's obviously went through an announce table, and looks like Chris Jericho is just looking on. And there's, I guess, Batman and Robin Hood as the announcers. You can see sodas spilled all over the place from another one of my play sets that I got. There's the classic ECW World Championship. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I actually made the shelf myself. That comes from one of my friends that contributed the wood. Yeah, so that's what's going on there. Like I said earlier, I have more Microaggression action figures to show you. As I said, these are the very small ones. They're about 3 inches tall. As you can see here, I got a couple of John Cena's. Here's a couple of Triple H's. This is the game, that's DX version of Triple H. There's CM Punk, Rob Van Dam, Big Daddy V. Got a couple of different Rey Mysterios. Another couple of Shawn Michaels there, both in their DX attire. A couple of Edges. Now the reason I have so many doubles is because when you'd buy these, you couldn't buy them individually. You had to buy them in 3-packs. So sometimes, let's say I wanted one wrestler, I'd have to get the other two, even though I might have doubles of them. So there's the gold standard, Shelton Benjamin. Here's Randy Orton, Dave Batista, MVP, a couple of Canes, Chavo Guerrero, Chris Masters, and Chris Benoit, the Rabid Wolverine. So that's pretty much it for my Microaggression series, and as an additional bonus, I have these two. They're very small, these figurines, JBL and Chris Jericho. I actually got these in a Kinder Surprise egg once, so I thought that was pretty funny. So I have another couple of action figures on display here in my bedroom, so I'll show you guys that. Here's again my idol, former captain of the Pittsburgh Penguins, Mario Lemieux. Here is a Sidney Crosby, current Penguin player from the Vancouver 2010 Winter Olympic Games, where he won the gold medal. And up here is one of my favorite parts of my collection, the entire Nexus. In the middle you got Wade Barrett. To his left you got Darren Young, Justin Gabriel, Daniel Bryan, who was an original part of the Nexus. Over here you got David Otunga, Michael Tarver, and Skip Sheffield. So that's that took me a while. I had to go to many different states to get some of these action figures. Some of them are pretty hard to find. And down here, what a surprise, you got another HBK Shawn Michaels from the classic, actually deluxe classic edition with his DX pants from his match against Ken Shamrock. And up here, this is actually the Mountie. And the funny thing about him is this is the guy that actually trained me. I actually trained with him. His name is Jacques Rougeau. He used to wrestle in WWF back in the mid-90s. And he was a former tag team champion with his buddy, what was his name? PCO, something like that. And actually over here I have a couple more action figures to show you. Many of these are just Pittsburgh Penguins action figures. There's another Fleury, Evgeny Malkin, another Sidney Crosby. This is actually my wife's action figure. It's actually, I think, my wife's only action figure, Dolph Ziggler, from the Elite edition, which is actually her favorite wrestler. And there's another Sidney Crosby, this time in his classic Pittsburgh Penguin jersey. So yeah, big Penguins fan here, which I don't think surprises any of you. So here's another bunch of dudes there that rest on top of my television. Another bunch of guys that I like to change around from time to time when my buddies come over. This is my TNA collection. Here you got the King of the Mountain NWA champion Jeff Jarrett with breakaway guitar. Over there in the back you got the icon Sting. Over here you got former NWA Tag Team Champions America's Most Wanted, Wildcat Chris Harris and... what's the other guy? There's Chris Harris and James Storm, right, James Storm. Here you got Kurt Angle. This is from the WWE series, but we all know he defected to TNA. What the hell was he thinking? As you can see, he's got the undisputed title with him. And here you got Samoa Joe. He comes with the X Division Championship towel and one of those World Cups there that they do, I guess, or Ultimate X Cups. Not a big TNA fan, but they had a pretty cool collection of figures. So we're getting to the end of my collection. I don't really collect much anymore, but as you can see, I got a couple of new ones right here. This is former United States champion Zack Ryder. He's one of my favorite. I think he's so underrated. The guy is so talented, and they just keep crushing him. It's very sad. Here's Daniel Bryan. Love this guy's technical skill. One of the best wizards of the ring. Here's The Miz. Actually, my buddy Rick Roberts actually gave me that one. So kudos to him. And this is Ryback. This is actually my newest figurine. I just got him at the Toys R Us about 2-3 weeks ago. So, feed him more. And I've actually came across some other figurines that I forgot to show you guys earlier. Here I got Commissioner Shawn Michaels when he was the commissioner in 1998. So, he's good as a ring announcer. Here you got Lita, who accompanied many people to the ring, including S.A. Rios, the Hardy Boys, Matt Jeff, Edge, Christian, Kane. She's been around. Here you got, this is actually Christian Cage from TNA. He came with my 6-sided ring, so he should be with the TNA guys. And here you got some more Turtles. This is from the TMNT movie a few years back. Turtles are very articulate, and they got all their little weapons attached. Little nunchucks and the bow staff and the swords for Leonardo. Just a quick fact for you guys. Donatello was always my favorite turtle. And finally, on the other side of my TV is actually Rocky Balboa duking it out with Clubber Lang from the third Rocky movie. As many of you know, me and my wife Miniac are very big fans of Rocky. And yeah, I'd like to eventually get the whole collection, get some Ivan Drago going on, maybe Apollo Creed. So yeah, that pretty much sums it up for my action figure collection. Got quite a few of them on display there that I change up every now and then. So anyway, thanks for watching my video, and I hope this has been interesting.